Welcome back to another episode of Point Essentials. Today I'm going to be doing a cook, basically going to do kind of a redemption kind of thing from last week's cook. Last week's cook, everything went off well. It was my first. I was entertaining some friends and some family over here. A couple things got away from me. Some things didn't get videoed. I found out after I compiled about 50 to 60 minutes of footage that I had to get it down to 15 minutes. Today I'm going to redo my rib process. I'm not going to show you all of them. I'm not going to show you the seasoning, the cleaning, and none of that. That's in the first video. If you want to see that, go back and watch that. Anyway, screw all that. I'm going to redo it. The chicken was awesome, and in fact, I'm redoing this video mostly for the chicken because it was so good. The skin was removed. It was healthier for me to eat than some of the fried stuff I've been accustomed to eating for the last 50 days of the year. But I'm just gonna redo that. I'm also going to have some pieces on here that were cut off from the trimmings of these ribs that I'm going to be smoking for another video. That I'll be using this meat for my smoked meat and some red beans and rice I'm going to be doing soon, maybe even as early as tomorrow. But I'm not quite sure. But that's my plan. I don't know if y'all can see that or not, or how well this camera's picking that up, but it's raining out here. It's gray skies, black skies, back to the southwest, out toward the Gulf. But it's not raining in my garage, and this show will go on. So anyway, after kind of shaking the dust off of these things, I'm going to be reusing this lump, some of these smaller coal pieces that are in here. I'm going to be adding some fresh royal oak lump kind of scattered around. This grill's probably going to be hot for about 8 hours today. So I'm going to go ahead and scatter around just some fresh pieces of this royal oak lump that I got here. I'm also going to be putting over about probably 10 or 12 Kingsford original briquettes in my chimney. And getting this started and kind of add to this. I'm also got some applewood chunks, not chips, that I'm going to be scattering around here in just a little bit. But what you can see, 90% of these coals are used. This will be the third cook on this grill, and just the fuel efficiency that this thing provides for this Kamado style of cookers just totally impresses me. I never knew. What do they say? Who knew? Well, hell, I didn't. Let me go ahead and get my coals lit off, get all that prepared, and get this grill ready to fire, simmer down, and we're going to be bringing some stuff out here. I'll be right back. That ought to do it. We'll see. Get that right in the middle. We want an even distribution of heat around the outside of that diffuser right there, which is just a pizza pan on top of a Weber grill rack. A little apple juice, 100% apple juice. We're going to cut it with water. About 50-50. We do that to keep the apple juice from basically boiling out and burning the sugar and leaving it behind. It makes a mess and leaves a really kind of pungent taste in your food if you don't take care of it. or if you allow it to get that far out of hand. Alright, put our grate back in place. It's been wiped down with some oil. That's 1125. We're at 145 degrees. See how long it takes me to get this thing up to what I'm looking for, right around 225. I'll settle anywhere between 225 and 250. We'll just see how it goes. Alright, as you can see, it's about an hour later, as a matter of fact. It's an hour and 5 minutes to be exact. The pit appears to be settled in between about 230, 231 degrees. It's kind of bouncing around, fluctuating right there. It's stable enough for me. I'm going to go ahead and pull these ribs out of the refrigerator. I've had bathing in season since last night. Get them put on the rack and go ahead and get these ribs on. We'll be right back, and I'll show you what we got going on there. All right, let's go ahead and take the cover off. I'd say these have been in the refrigerator since about 6 o'clock yesterday evening. So we've got about 18 hours on these. And don't they look good? Alright, today we're going to be using a McCormick Grill makes pork rub. That's what I've got on these ribs. We're going to sprinkle just a little bit of light brown sugar over the top of them. Not a whole lot. We just want to kind of I'm not looking for a whole lot. I'll get the rest of it up. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and move these over to the rack. Okay, about ready to move these over. Alright, it's at 234 degrees. I'm going to open it up. I'm going to burp it just a little bit so we don't get a flash burn. Move this out of the way for just a moment. Set these right here. Now I'm going to take my warming rack. Make sure it closes. Okay, I'm opening this back up. Put that warming rack in place because I'm going to use it as a smoking rack today. I'm going to smoke these down a little bit. Actually, I'm going to smoke them down all the way. And these boys right here are going to wind up in some red beans and rice tomorrow. So we're going to let these go a little while and we'll come back and have a look at them here in about 2 hours. Stick around. Okay, I got a 10-pound bag of quarters here. I'm going to be taking the skin off of them because I'm going to be cooking at a lower temperature, probably between 250 and 275. And I don't want the skin on there. It'll get all gummy and chewy, and just won't do right for my taste. Comes some of this excess fat off of these. We want nothing but skin. We want that season, that rub, to get right down inside there and get directly on that meat. We're going to trim some of this off of here. Glad I cleaned that sink. That's going to happen more than once, and I thought ahead. I
to mention that's just good hygiene. But anyway, you get the idea. That's what we're going to wind up with, something like that. I'll go ahead and take the opportunity to kind of wash these down. Transfer them over here to this pan. I'm going to get all these done. I probably got, I don't know, between 12, 13 pieces or something like that. I'm going to get these all done, and we'll be back for putting the season on. Today I'll be using the McCormick Grill Mates Applewood Rub, the same rub I used last week. If you haven't tried it, I suggest that you do. This rub is very good. It's got a little peppery sweetness to it. I've also taken the opportunity and I've added just a little bit of brown sugar, which I normally always do, just for that extra bit of sweetness. I'm going to come around here and season these up. I've got some boneless breast over there that I've got rinsed off, cleaned up. I'm going to season those up too. They're not in this shot. Those will be for my lady. She don't like dark meat, and I'm glad, because it's just more for me. Just the smell of this is pretty damn awesome, to tell you the truth. Alright. Okay, we're going to take these off and move them over here to join the rest of the party. Put a lid on it, put these in the refrigerator, and wait for those ribs to come off. Wrap those up and put these in their place. We'll be right back. Alright, it's about time to take these ribs off and fold them up. I'm going to go ahead and take this first one off. Just kind of let you see what happens when I open this grill up. Transfer the first one over here. Then I'll come back on the last one and show you exactly what we did to them before we move them over to the gas grill, where we're going to let them kind of rest in there at about 180, between 180 and 200 degrees, wrap and fall. While that's going on, I'm going to go ahead and put the chicken on this grill, and you'll see all that. Alright, we'll just wet them down a little bit with some apple juice. We'll leave a little bit left behind in the foil. Kind of provide a little bit of steam. Kind of moisten these ribs up. Well, they smell good. Alright, we're going to transfer these over to the grill, to the gas grill, and let them kind of finish up in there before we take them off and put some sauce on them. Finish them up. We'll be right back.